Yeah, got me in this party all up in the zone. Hottest Betty's trying to take away my cell phone. Like, come and party, I've been trying to shake you off my mind, but just can't get you off me.
G2A are reliable, cheap and quick, and the link is in the description down below. Yo, what's up YouTube? Zinx here, coming to guys with a brand new video. So before I get into the topic of this video, I just want to quickly say that there probably won't be streams for a couple days now, or maybe a couple weeks, I don't know, because I did get banned for quote unquote cheating. But if you do want to see more about that, then check out my COD Noob Tries Rainbow Six Siege stream number 3, probably like 30 minutes, 20 minutes into it, and then I covered most of it in that. But as you can tell from the title of this video, this is going to be, in my opinion, the most important stuff for COD World War 2, how to become not the best, but the best that you possibly can, or the best that you probably can, because these are like the top, not top 5, not top 10, but more like top 8 important stuff that I think you need to sort of know, other than having basic gun skill, not playing like an idiot, you know, just stuff that I'm pretty sure most people playing the game already know. And coming in first is check the radar. Honestly, now that they've changed the radar so it's circular and that the radar doesn't cover like a majority of the map, using your radar is going to be so much more important, because usually you could just glimpse at it and see where they're coming from, but now you have to spend quite a lot of time looking at it, because if you're looking right now at the gameplay, like people on the radar, when they're shooting stuff, even though they're not that far away, they still don't come up fully, because the radar has been like shrunken a lot or made a lot smaller. So using the radar is going to be a very important thing, because the radar has been made smaller now. I'm guessing that most people won't really be looking at the radar as much, because I think it's going to be useless. But I'm telling you, look at the radar, and when you got UAVs in or radars, look at the position where they're coming from, and try not to push it too much. And sort of, this is coming on to my next tip now, and that is use distance to your advantage. I can't stress this enough. In other COD games, you could just put, well, exosuit ones recently, you could just push when you was low health, exosuit away, just, you know, jump away whenever you needed to regen. But now you really do have to use distance to your advantage, because most guns are balanced quite well in this. Even though the STG is godly, it's still quite balanced with rest of the other guns and stuff. And if you're using an assault rifle, you definitely want to stay like medium to close range and not get in close range. But if you're using an SMG, you want to sort of like stay close range as much as you can. Although some SMGs will be able to win like the medium range gunfights, I'm just saying you want to like play it safe and make sure that you don't make any dumb decisions and try and take them on from long range. And then snipers and LMGs, you can sort of use long range, and shotguns definitely have to be up like really close, unless you're using the double barrel shotgun. I forgot its name now, because the beta hasn't been out for like 2 weeks now, I think, so I forgot the name of that. But the double barrel shotgun does have a lot of range in it, but I'm assuming it's going to get nerfed when the full game comes out. And so now moving on to the next tip is pre-aim popular spots. Obviously, when the beta just came out, you couldn't learn the popular spots and stuff, because the game had literally only been out for like a week, and not a week, just a weekend or a couple days in total, so it weren't that many days, so you couldn't exactly learn the popular spots and stuff. But when the full game comes out, I highly recommend for you to do this, and that is to learn all people's popular gameplay and the popular spots people like to run. Like where I'm aiming right now, or where I just killed someone, that is a very popular spot for people to push. So when you're pushing there, definitely pre-aim that, because you know that more than likely someone's going to be there. And it definitely look like I'm doing now, pre-aim there, because it really does help you out a lot, and it is very important. There's not really much to say about that, other than just learn the spawns and stuff, which is the next tip. I just said it, but learn the spawns, because learning the spawns will help you so much, especially in TDM and DOM, where the spawns are important. In TDM, the spawns flip like crazy. DOM, the spawns sort of still flip, but they're a lot more stable, if you know what I mean. And learning the spawns though, if you're pushing their spawns a bit too much, you can sort of predict when they're gonna flip, so you can get on the flip, go around, get some more kills, then go back around onto the flip again and get more kills. So then the last 2 tips have been sort of short, but now moving on to another sort of a short tip where there isn't really much to say, other than find your strongest gun in the game, which for most cards for me has been an assault rifle, because I love ARs. I just think about them. A strong assault rifle that has a decent fire rate, I just love. That's for me personally. That's how I knew I'd love the STG. I always told all my friends, like, when the World War II beta comes out, there needs to be a gun like the Man of War, because I love the Man of War and I just needed there to be a gun like the Man of War. And the STG, lucky enough for me, sort of feels like the Man of War in a way, and that's sort of why I like it. Other people like SMGs, like one of my friends absolutely loved the PPSH, and that was his strong gun, so he'd be using most of the time. I spend most of the time using that gun. So that tip is definitely very, very important, and this tip is definitely one of the most important in my opinion. Try your absolute hardest not to camp. You can rotate between an area like I'm doing now. I rotate from between here to closer to their spawn. Rotating between areas is a very, very good strategy, but camping is not a good strategy at all, because you're waiting for people to come to you. You'll finish the game with a good KD, probably, maybe, I don't know, but fair enough. Honestly, you just want to get kills when the game first comes out, get the XP, get them levels. So you probably do want to be roaming around and not just sitting there in corners doing nothing, because honestly, that is not only boring gameplay, it's not really helping your team out much. It's not doing much for you other than giving you a decent KD. And this is another important tip as well, and this is run streaks that you know you can get. Like, honestly, I'm running quite low streaks at the minute because all the high streaks in this game aren't really worth getting onto them kill streaks for. But the lower kill streaks, like the fighter pilot, the bomb, I forgot what they're all called now, are very, very good. Like, they are strong kill streaks, they're low kill streaks, and I know that I'm going to get them at least once every game. So it's going to be like a guaranteed at least 2 kills, I'm going to say, with like the streaks combined and with the radar as well. So honestly, the tips I've just told you are very important in my opinion. It might seem like I rushed through some of them, it might seem like I didn't rush through some of them, it might seem like I didn't go into as much detail as I needed in some of them, because it's hard to explain some of the tips, but I tried my absolute hardest to explain them. If you need me to make another video like this when the full game comes out, I could spend more time thinking and finding tips that I think are more important. So I think that was like top 8, top 7, something along the lines of that. Not quite top 10, not quite top 5. So I'm probably just going to call this something like top tips of World War II. And hopefully I have helped you out. But if you're new to the channel, if you could subscribe, I would appreciate that. If you could drop a like on this video too, that'd much appreciated as well. And there are going to be more World War II videos coming out. So if you do like World War II, then, I don't know, comment World War II or something, but I'll catch you guys in my next video. Sorry, dude.